lane main and things like that, but on their attacker side, Gen.G has been very, very good.
Yeah, of course, they'll also have to deal with that KO that Team Secret has still been running throughout this kickoff. Just a bit of contact in mid, but both teams not ready to push off of it just yet. And Jeremy with a deep push into Halls early on eliminates the entire right side of the map.
That's something Asari was keying in on the desk, was these Halls controls for Team Secret. Already off to a really nice start. Gen.G going to try to collapse towards B.
DG all alone, just has to anchor, stay alive. Jesse Vash waiting for the rest of the team's backup, and Gen.G, they're wise to this as well, as they want to make sure they're able to clear the site safely, but they just don't have time to be able to push in as the backup's already arrived and surrounded them. But guess what? If you can just click the heads, that's all that's going to matter. Gen.G holds their ground before they enter to pick up the pistol.
And this is something that you have to be concerned about if you're a Team Secret fan. Is that Texture, if he starts popping off, things start to go sideways.
Picking up that Guardian alongside Munchkin. They're looking to snowball the lead as much as they can in this anti-eco. 4 rifles and just a ghost for Meteor.
Yeah, nice call here to pop a smoke towards mid, anticipating some pressure from Team Secret, buying themselves a little bit of rotate over towards a delay this out. Texture, often pretty good for these, especially with a Guardian in hand. We've seen how accurate he can be with those one-tap weapons.
Yeah, just a hold from Gen.G though, as you mentioned, just waiting to see if there's any aggression, if they can bait out any sort of that response. I mean, even if it's not contact, if you're able to maybe draw out some of those precious skills that Team Secret's going to have on an eco like this, as they only run the one Sheriff on Jeremy. Jeremy, he's really been revitalized yesterday, picking up a lot of kills, really climbing the power ranking as well. We'll see if that comes to fruition on the Sheriff.
Some nice shots there to delay that Trailblazer. It's not going to get through the toxic screen, so no info here for Gen.G.
Oh, and it's going to be a double stack right around the corner. They didn't quite check it, and it's going to be 1 kill each for Jeremy. Jeremy picking up a second as well. Spike dropped at the entrance. Sure, it's just Classic Center Sheriff, but it's way too dangerous for Gen.G. They want a long-range battle. Drone trying to just aggress onto that crosshair of Lakia. And NDG on the flank. Lakia just has too many targets. He wants to isolate 1v1, trying to pick up NDG. He's so concerned about his back. And Team Secret just will not budge time on their side. He picks it up and he cannot swing onto the second. Envy will pick up another kill to his name. And
bound here for Team Secret. Not quite a full buy, but still plenty of firepower available.
Yeah, and full armors as well, right? Just in case there's any cheekiness that might have come out. Of course, Meteor would have been able to buy up to that Outlaw if he so wished. But we're not going to see that this time around. So Gen.G just relying on the sharpshooters, Texture and Meteor, a Marshall each. If they can return the favor, sure, in the grand scheme of things we often see, then the second team who gets that Thrifty will be able to carry the momentum just a bit further, maybe one extra round. But so far, you mentioned it, all rifles on the side of Team Secret, and being on that defensive side, they have no reason to give too much information.
Yeah, and if there's any two players who can get it done with Marshalls, I was just about to say, it's Meteor and Texture for sure, and Meteor already finds one.
I mean, of course, the early kill onto mid as well, kind of forcing Gen.G's hand to move forward, but Meteor is going to make sure that they can stabilize. Still holding on to mid with Texture lurking there. Is he aware that the potential push for Envy is going to come out? He just is not. They're neither of them checking next to them, hiding right behind the box, just in between them. And Envy just walks right in front of him, but it's going to be the Guardian with just a slightly faster fire rate, going to pick up the headshot onto Texture.
Well, this is something that has plagued Team Secret throughout some of their matches, is not checking those corners. This time around, it works out in their favor because he somehow sneaks behind Texture without either of them noticing. Now over to Borkum, trying to lock down this A site. Going to invest snake bite. Bit of utility thrown.
A lot of damage done. I mean, this is already backup all arrived here. Even the plan is going to be tough with that fragment. They have to let go and just right into Borkum's Guardian from long range. Sure, everyone hiding in the smokes. Meteor will be good for another shot. Bork is going to take down one more member now. Just Meteor time. Need an actual round win if they want to claw their way back in economically here on this first map of Breeze.
Yeah, and you'd love to find a way to get a pick somewhere on the map to get this neural theft available for usage for Gen.G. Just going to see if they can get into it. Only one away from the Blade Storm is Jeremy. Not going to be super important this round, but potentially in a few. Lakia, you know, if you could feed him an orb and a kill here, he should get the Seekers available. So, but Gen.G looks to be setting up for another, probably a B hit, especially with that toxic screen coming down.
Yeah, and
really
the
starts
as well.
to indicate it. Yeah,
Covers the nest. It's going to be a pinch onto B. The timing is going to be crucial because they're not aware that there's a bit more weight here, but a good flash onto Jeremy. He can't answer back, but N.G. not hit by that flash, and Jeremy can recover out of his own cloudburst for a double, and that's the entire push shut down. Spike stranded once again at the entrance of the site. Only 2 members left for Gen.G, and they just cannot approach the site on the B side.
Yeah, I mean, the contact there that Texture tried to take kind of backfired on him, as there was N.G. lurking in the back of the site. Ready to crunch. He's been great back there. Day 1 was a little rough. Since then, he's been good, but that's a very, very nice shot from Karon.
That's the aimer, Karon. That's what he's proud. But it's going to be, of course, another trade back. Oracle the backups here. Yeah, the flash from long range as well. Envy, there's a reason he plays so much. A pressure B once again. That's been their default hold. Now, they will all get tagged by that 0 point, so Team Secret, they're going to be very happy with this mid-push out of Jeremy. So much area taken over. I mean, even now creeping up on halls as well. They should have a very clear idea that this has to be eventually a B pinch coming in from mid and of course B main.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially since you're catching Texture and Lakia, 2 crucial parts to Gen.G's executes in that knife. I mean, it's going to be really, really tough here now, you would think, for Gen.G, but N.G. still all alone. Mid control being taken here by Team Secret, so the rotations should be able to come through quick. Let's see how long he can hold on.
Yeah, it's just to execute. Now Texture just trying to stay alive for backup, and Lakia with a good swing out right around the pillar will pick off that headshot. Now this site always meant to be empty. N.G. was always meant to just buy time for the rest of Team Secret. We'll have to take a look at what the retake looks, but Karon is distracting Jesse Vash. He cannot come to provide that so valuable recon support on that Silva. Now entering in from tunnels, and Texture is just going to be spammed through the boxes and the wall there. Not going to be able to survive in amidst the toxic screen. Recon pings him, Meteor staying alive. He's trying to isolate the 1v1s. He can't land the shot onto Envy. And now just looking for that post plant, but the 0 point, and it's going to be the null command as well. That's just keeping them tied up. They cannot use their skills, and Envy's just pushing out, knowing that they can't do anything to stop this defuse. The half has been done. They're still able to try to continue it, and still so much time left on the clock.
Yeah, this is just a brilliant read throughout the entire round here for Team Secret, and Envy
times in the past as well. Obviously, a little bit of extra post-plant power, but that's where that KO comes in so handy. We see that on the Icebox maps too, whenever teams try to counter out with the KO. And Team Secret making great use of the compositional differences as they lead 4-2 in this first map of this best of 3.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Gen.G is going to try to hit B a little bit more, is to use a little bit of that Astro utility to displace N.G. in the back. He had opportunities there to get some kills. I mean, fortunately, Lakia very, very clean with his aim in that last round to open up the site, but left unfettered, N.G. can certainly cause problems.
Yeah, Munchkin, they've been leaving up that halls quite open as long as he doesn't go all the way through bridge. The tripwire just set up right next to the berry at the start of each round. He will break that, just trying to make sure that Team Secret has to shift their weight, but they're not budging. Jesse Vash is sitting so far behind in spawn, and we've seen him do this last year quite a few times as well, kind of taking that commander position to make sure that they can still rotate. They have a safe rotation if the execute comes out.
Yeah, and he's got lineups for days from back there too, so a lot that he can do from that position. And the Blade Storm at the ready
this
for
is
Texture.
Not a setup that Secret has shown yet in this map. Of course, not completely ridiculous to expect, but Jeremy just hasn't taken this close angle for the double. He has been spotted. The flashes come out with the Cloudburst. He's going to escape, which is exactly what's needed, so N.G. can start to help pick off the kills at the entrance. No backup in the site, but Texture will still force his way all the way through. In the back, Bladestorm still online. He's hiding behind the box. He'll pick off another one. And the Spike's just trying to be stuck, having trust in Texture, but he can't get there in time. And that's actually how that Poison Cloud operates. The lineup from the attacker side uses it against them. And now Secret, they're very well aware that this could have been a pinch onto a site. Borkum just trying to stay alive, trying to create space for Envy. And Envy is holding on to his utility until the actual execute happens. So much patience from the Filipino squad.
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing. A lot of kind of what we saw against Talon, where they just kind of let the players come to them and then try to react based off of that on their defender side. Nobody going for any crazy lurks just yet. Nobody doing anything unorthodox on the side of Team Secret. Jesse Vash now be leaning in, expecting this A hit.
Oh, but Envy's position is so good. He does get flashed, though, right off on the pop flash. The Hunter's Fury was awaiting. Can it delay? Oh, it's actually just going to get a kill. Even gets the second tag as well. Sure, the spike will be planted and the pit will go up, but this is a risky endeavor for Gen.G, but they desperately need it. No way out of this pit. Now the neural theft. They know that both are sitting in the site. There's no exit. They've got him surrounded. Second ping as well. Shock dart, a lot of damage onto Munchkin. Both of them now so low. It's an even fight in the pit, and Jeremy's going to take the pit down. Lakia, he's wrapped all the way around, but they should have a decent idea. The last time he was pinged was in that pit. Can he line it up? He cannot get the second and third. But now, it's still a 1v1, trying to go for that pop flash. He rotates over, he can't find the kill in time, and G.N.G will just get the defuse as Jesse Vash finishes up. And it's going to be Team Secret leading. Continuing to hold some mid-control. It's back to G.N.G, solo anchor on B side, and this is just such a safe default setup from Secret. No reason to budge.
Let's see if they're going to push out of Charon's smoke through mid, though. Sitting right by the pillar in the smoke is Jeremy, considering it at the very least, and Lakia now starting to reaggress, going to use a flash to check, confirms. And over towards the hallway, it seems like they're going to set up for an doors crunch onto A here.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the Seekers at the very least, right? So it kind of makes up for that early guiding light used. Only one flash left, but you've got the ultimate to help cover a lot of that information. Now we'll see what the preparation is. It seemed earlier Team Secret was well aware of this potential pinch. The Seekers come out instantly out of the cloud burst, and it's going to be a flood onto the site. 3 members jumping all the different angles, and each of them picking up a kill. Now Texture eventually gets traded, and Invis is so quick, but Munchkin coming up from the rear on A main picks up a double.
Nice execute there, but Envy able to hide in a spot where nobody's really able to identify him until it's almost too late. 1v2 now.
Oh, that is a wide jump swing, but he'll get the information that he so wants, and Munchkin still safely stationed. Just keeping him at bay with the Trailblazer as well, and Munchkin just standing way out in the open. Hard to expect that one, as G.N.G gets taken
to play it. If they're just going to try to gum up the front of A here a little bit and try to force things to the other side of the map, it's going to be, looks like it's going to be a little bit more reactive this time around. Neural Theft and Cosmic Divide again for Gen.G. We saw that work a treat quite a few rounds ago, where they were able to combo that to get a round win, and certainly feels like they might need it again on another eco with a similar ult setup.
Yeah, I think what we're starting to see from Gen.G is, I mean, obviously their executes look good, right? The teamwork looks good, the comms are there, the aim definitely to support it, but if they're not able to creep up and really set up for the execute in the most perfect manner, they're starting to shuffle a little bit, and they're scared of using their utility to gain more information before going in, because they have these playbooks where they need the entire set of utility other than that initial guiding light. But this time, like you said, the ultimate is there, even if the firepower is a little bit weak. They'll get scratched up. Now they're starting to use the Nova Pulse to try to clear it out, but Jeremy's up top this time. He tailwinds back, and now it's the bait and switch with G.N.G. Lakia will clean that up, but Jeremy, he's just too quick. He's been warmed up here at kickoff. He's here to prove that he deserves to be the primary duelist. Still holding onto the site. Spike is down, 30 seconds on the clock.
Enemy remaining.
Jesse Vash with another cleanup as well.
Yeah, just so impossible for Gen.G to really do anything on this B site. The defense has been phenomenal. Meteor tries to go for the no-scope, gets some damage, but no kill going to be found, and Team Secret goes up 8-3. It's just, these B site hits are just unassailable. I mean, every time the utility from Gen.G is either late or just isn't hitting what it needs to for them to get in, to set Texture up, to do what he needs to do as that duelist. And that angle is beautiful there off that cyber cage, able to see the heads of his opponents. Find some damage.
Best of threes, I mean, map differential, round differential, all these small things are going to matter. So Gen.G really want to take the lead and run with it here on Breeze.
Mid push for Borkum, seeing what kind of information he can get. 3-stack towards mid for Gen.G. Already sneaking Texture in towards that wall, that new wall that got created on the update to Breeze. And everybody expecting, you know, something that Team Secret seemed to be favoring on their defender side with some mid pressure, and Gen.G here kind of trying to anticipate that, just leaving the A site wide open. Only Charon with eyes on it right now from mid doors.
Yeah, and ready to exit as well, right? So just Texture watching his back. Looks like it's always meant to be a full retake onto the A site. Should hear the toxic screen. Oh, and now they want to take out the lurk as well. They're actually going all the way around on the minimap, all the way through elbow. But G.N.G not quite in a position you could expect. He should hear all these footsteps. He hears more than one, so he's just going to hold. He doesn't want to get picked off. He knows that he can give the information to his teammates. The tripwire tripped. He's going in. He sees way too many members, and he's going to get he's going to get one. Will survive, as we do see Borkum trying to come up as a distraction. But the biggest thing is now they have to worry about that flank. Jeremy pushing his way out. and that will free up Team Secret to now keep all eyes on A main. The forces arriving too low for Munchkin. NV gets one, does find the defuser, has to stop, and that's just the timing. The ping pong back and forth for Jesse Vash, and a clean pistol rim.
That is very concerning.
I mean,
very concerning.
Kind of goes back to the memes of the old days with Optic, right? If you got your non-fragging IGL starting to top the board, something's not going right. Star Duelist not with that Gary Power in this map. We won't name names, but I'm sure it's all of our favorite IGL. So, well, Secret, I mean, they can match the firepower fairly well. And, of course, even if they don't, Hunter's Fury will come online the next round. I mean, Envy, very close to his null command as well. They've got what it takes to just push right up to the finish line in map 1.
And it feels like so much of what Gen.G is playing for here is off of contact. No push-outs, no proactive information gathering, but Karon there just steps out, takes an over-peeking Jeremy out. Now the information Team Secret attempted to be gathered. Karon going to be sitting on the back of Pyramid there. Use that gravity well. That one at least delays. That's not bad.
Yeah, especially with the jet down as well. They know that they have this advantage, but
no
one aware of mid-doors. Now there isn't a backup. Okay, we do see Munchkin trying to keep his eye on it, but there's just too much time. The timing in favor of NDG. He picks off one, and Lockett goes down instantly as well. The entire site, I mean, they just all get hit at the same time. The comms perfect for Secret as NDG, the newcomer, helps open up this round.
There just is no mid pressure, no mid control, no mid information at all for Gen.G this round. Not a single ounce of energy was expended to check that part of the map, and it pays dividends for Team Secret, who find, once again, another weakness in their defense.
Oh, he's even going to pick off Texture, and that is not going to feel good for the star player of Gen.G. We've been talking about how he's had the tournament of his life, and Meteor now trying to scrape together whatever he can. The only remaining member of Gen.G from 2023, but time is not on his side, and neither are the craftiness of Team Secret as they win the 2v1.
The hands of Team Secret. You've got the null command, you've got the Hunter's Fury. Munchkin able to dodge the 0 point. Now up and over goes Team Secret once again, going for a mid explore. I do see Munchkin at least considering this from the double doors. In fact, they're considering it from both angles. They're expecting this, and they were setting up to try to punish it, but the early pressure from the Marshals is going to back Team Secret off more towards B.
Yeah.
Now over into Meteor. I mean, this is a guy you wouldn't mind having this situation.
And he's busy shooting, so he can't get the information with his camera either, and Team Secret punishes that instantly. Realizes if the Cypher is scoping down, there's no way to react to that. Munchkin will pick up a consolation kill, but that's all that's going to be. And you got to imagine with all this utility, all the weaponry, and of course the timing in favor of Team Secret, that
even thought that a player could come over from that side of the map. And this is a little bit concerning for Gen.G, and just great play from Team Secret. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff from Team Secret. Did not take anything away from them.
This speed, it's a little fast, but Karon, that one singular gravity well right before the null command hits him, it's actually buying just enough time for backup to arrive. Of course, the weakness being applied to Envy helps pick up that initial kill. Meteor, now we'll just wait until that KO eventually goes down. But Jesse Vash,
jeez, Jesse.
I mean, he is trying to clean up house. They're switching positions as well. The pop flash is good. Lucky will pick that up, and they will eventually pinch on to Jesse Vash. Gen.G desperately holding on to this map.
I mean, Jesse's so good today, man. He is looking like his birthday buff is carrying over today, man.
Oh, it's the birthday
there with the Cypher utility, trying to see if they can punish that position. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, just the off peek out.
I don't know why Lockie is.
To be fair, yes. Why was he standing right in the middle of the stairs? That is a question that we will never discover the answer to. But Jeremy with a quick peek out gets the kill. Perhaps Lakia just a little lax on the timing. But either way, that leaves Meteor all alone. So Munchkin just trying to pinch together. Now Gen.G's moving across the map. They're trying to pinch into this B site, but unbeknownst to them, Hall has been taken over by Secret. So the real tail in this loop around is going to be Secret when it comes to it.
And Envy was ready for this. I mean, he knows that, sometimes Munchkin, especially when things aren't going their way, starts to press a little bit with these lurks, tries to go for some cheeky hero plays, really pan out. Now Meteor just in a world of trouble. Yes, he has some help. Well, he had some help.
Oh, well, that goes down to the Hunter's Fury. Meteor just trying to stay alive in his cyber cages, but they wait until he has to push out. And now Texture on the flank, but it's going to be a flank for flank as well. As we do see Borkum wrapping all the way into defender spawn. Now Spike is down, time somewhat favoring Gen.G, but they have so few members, and the peek out from NDG doesn't get the kill. Charon has to wait until the screen goes down. He goes for a quick peek, and it's going to be the timing on NDG on the reload. They've now entered the site. But just Texture all alone, and all three members spread out across a 13-5 one-sided victory for Team Secret as they go up 1-0 in this best of 3.
A thoroughly